माननीय प्रांत संघ चालक जी, माननीय माननीय विभाग संघ चालक जी, माननीय प्रांत कार्यवाह जी, the august and illustrious audience present here. The program here is arranged so that we get a chance to understand this much misunderstood organization. It is people say that this is a largest organization, largest voluntary organization in the world. Simultaneously, it is most misunderstood organization also. So, when we thought of doing something in the 100th year of our work, it was decided that once again we have to go reach the people and tell them about Sangha. Sangha is 100 years old. Name of Sangha is famous in the world now. But very little understanding is there because it is difficult to understand Sangha. Usual method of knowing is from known to unknown, which cannot apply here. Gaganam gaganakaram sagaram sagaropama Rama Ravana yor yuddham Rama Ravana yoriva. The expanse of the sky has nothing else to compare with it. The same thing with sea, like that. Rama Ravana yuddha, it was one of its kind. Sangha is also one of its kind organization in the world. If you try to judge it from view outside, the misunderstanding may happen. That chance is greater. Because we perform so many programs. We have route marches in full dress, uniform. But we are not a paramilitary organization. We play our Bharatiya games and teach Bharatiya martial arts. But we are not an all India gymnasium. You heard a beautiful song here. Such songs are sung here, individually as well as collectively. But we are not an all India music school. All these things, they do not give full idea. Best way to know RSS is to come inside and see it from inside, experience. But to experience a particular thing, one must be assured that it is safe to taste it. So that much understanding of Sangha can be given by a lecture or by a book. I am going to try to present to you what Sangha is. What Sangha is not. It is not a paramilitary organization, etc., etc. It is not a reaction to a particular situation. It is not an opposition to this section of the society, that section of the society, or to a particular political party. No. Sangha has come to fulfill everything that was being done for this country. So our history tells us we have suffered a long period of slavery. And the last armed, not last but one we can say, armed effort to liberate our country from the slavery of British was in 1857, in which we lost. That defeat caused a brainstorming in the thinkers of our society. Handful number of British, so many thousand miles away from their own land. The atmosphere here is not at all of their liking or habit. And we have our kings, we have valor, we have everything. But we got lost on our own land. Why? And in that, 4 streams of efforts started to emancipate our society and prepare it to again fight and get our independence. One stream said, okay, we have lost one battle, but this is ongoing conflict, so we have to try again in the same way, with arms in our hand. So a long tradition of revolutionary great men is there. It still gives us inspiration. But naturally, after we got independence, its role was over, and therefore it stopped. After Subhash Babu disappeared after that unfortunate plane accident, that Azad Hind Sena was over. And after independence, even Savarkarji publicly concluded that revolutionary movement of his Abhinav Bharat. But it still provides us with an inspiration and with an idea how to live, how to die for the country. Another stream was we lost because we don't have political understanding. We have to be educated politically. Unless we do that, common man will not come on the streets for independence. And unless common man is not ready for conflict, no movement can win. So, a loose political forum was created, and originally was created by Sir Alan Hume as a safety valve. But our leaders got hold of it and turned it into the weapon for independence, the Indian National Congress. Then, as it happens in politics, it got distributed or divided into so many streams. And there are so many parties now. It served its purpose very well. Public got agitated, could understand now that we must be independent. And they came on streets, they went to jail. And that national awakening of common persons for independence was achieved by them. But after independence, that goal was lost, that goal was achieved. So there was no new goal. And therefore we see today's politics now. I need not comment on that. There was third. They said our society.
ಹಾ ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ ಕರಣ್. ಏನು? ಜೀವನದ ದಿನನಿತ್ಯದ ಊಟದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹಲವಾರು ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನ ಮರೆತು ಬಿಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾಳಜಿ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಎಂದಾಗ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ RBI ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅನ್ಕ್ಲೇಮ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಾಳಜಿ ವಹಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಅನ್ಕ್ಲೇಮ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 10 ವರ್ಷ ಅಥವಾ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಾಲ ವ್ಯವಹಾರ ನಡೆಯದ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಖಾತೆಗಳು. ಆ ಖಾತೆಗಳನ್ನು RBI ನ DA ನಿಧಿಗೆ ವರ್ಗಾಯಿಸಲಾಗುತ್ತವೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿನ ಯಾವುದೇ ಶಾಖೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ KYC ನವೀಕರಿಸಿ
ಮತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅನ್ಕ್ಲೇಮ್ ಡಿಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಪಡೆಯಿರಿ.
RBI ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ, ಜಾಣರಾಗಿರಿ,
ಜಾಗೃತರಾಗಿರಿ.
Rupees, etc., etc. And we have to get rid of that. We have to come step by step with the modern world. There is science now. We have to learn that. We have to get rid of our Vedas and all our selfish interests. The superstitions, we have to get rid of them. So, a reform movement started from, we say starting point was Raja Rammohn Roy, but even before that, people started thinking like that, and a stream of reform movements was there. But unfortunately, that became an island. The idea was to inculcate those reforms in full of the society. But, for example, a village near Nagpur, it had 38 castes living inside. A Mahatma came there and he started his caste eradication program. He was a Mahatma, so he was well respected. His samadhi is there now. 100 years or 125 years before. He was there. But now those castes are not eradicated. There were 38, they are there. There is a 39th caste which doesn't believe in caste. That is happening. So reform became an island. Why it happened is a separate topic to be discussed. But that is the. And another fourth stream was come back to your roots. Swami Dayananda Maharshi, founder of the Arya Samaj, Swami Vivekananda, they enthuse nearly every public movement in our Bharat. That Prabhava is already is even there today. So go to your roots, understand what your dharma is, understand what your country is, what your society is, serve them, get them rid of the poverty, make them knowledgeable, then only we will do something. That is also going on. But again, they have stuck. Chaos. In the school where Keshav Balram Hedgewar, the founder of the Sangha, he was a primary school going student boy then, and he was given that sweet. He threw it away. He was asked, why did you throw away this sweet? He said, this is not sweet, this is poison. Those who have made us slaves, their queen. How can our coronation be a day of celebration for us? It is a day of mourning for us. And the sweet we get is a poison. At that age, he had such a burning revulsion about this slavery. Therefore, since childhood, he had to pass through so many hardships. His father was a Purohit, a Vedajna Pandit, but going house to house, performing pujas, that was the source of livelihood. So a lower middle class family was his family. And he lost both of his parents on the same day when he was about 11. There was plague and they were serving the plague patients in Nagpur and they contracted plague and they died on the same day. So he was now, he didn't have any source of livelihood. His elder brother, he was more of a pahalwan than a earner. And the brother next to him, his middle son, he went to get educated in Indore. So there was nobody who was earning money. He had to go through so many hardships. But two things he never abandoned. He always used to come in first 10 in his class. And whatever was going on in society for the betterment of our country, independence of our nation, reform, etc., all those four streams, he wholeheartedly participated in them. So he had a lot of experience as a worker, ground worker, in all these streams, all these movements. And he had also discussions with the leaders. In matric class, he organized the Vande Mataram movement in the schools of Nagpur. So when school inspector, who was British, he came to inspect his school. In each class, he was hailed by Vande Mataram. So naturally, He reported it to the police. All the schools were closed, and police started investigating who is behind all this. For 4 months, police investigated. Schools were closed, but nobody was apprehended because nobody told who did this. Such was his organizing capacity in the matriculation class. He was, I think, about 16 years. So, the parents and managing institutions of those schools, all those came together, had with the government, and a compromise was designed. Each student should enter the school, and at the gate, headmaster should ask him, "You have performed some error? No, this is wrong. This behavior is wrong." Then he should just nod. His nominal apology will allow him to attend this class. That was the compromise. Two students in Nagpur denied this also. They said, in our dreams also, we will never say that singing Vande Mataram is a crime. It is our right. It is our motherland. We'll see. So he was rusticated. Then he went to a national school. The schools for such students were started by our patriots. There also British somehow came and they closed that school. So he appeared privately, came in first class. And therefore leaders in Nagpur sent him to Kolkata on the pretext of taking medical education. But the real work was to contact the Anushilan Samiti, coordination committee of the revolutionaries all over Bharat. And he did both jobs excellently. In 4 years, he passed the exam in first class again. And he also became inner committee member of the Anushilan Samiti. And he was in charge of establishing the revolutionaries, supply them with livelihood as well as arms, designing the various schemes and making them work. From Rajasthan to Andhra, this was his area. His code name was Cocaine at that time. So he was very well conversant with these ongoing efforts. And he had only one goal in his life. When he became Anushilan 70 core committee member, he had to pass through so many difficult tests. And after that, he had to take the, and he took the pledge to dedicate his life for the mother. So he had no anything else to achieve for his private life. His principal told him after he passed the exam that for you, the job is ready in Burma, 3,000 years a month at that time, 1940. So he told him, I am not going to earn money, I am not going to marry. And accordingly came back to Nagpur. Instead of doing practice, which would have fetched lot of money for him, he did not do that. He went for the public movement. And at that time, non-cooperation movement was going on. So he went from village to village, canvassing for the movement, giving speeches. And then after some days, he was tried for sedition due to his speeches. So he gave his defense speech in the court, wherein he started with, I reject your rule on our country because it is illegal. There is no law which permits you to come from England and rule here. So your rule is illegal, your court is illegal, Mr. Magistrate, you are illegal. I don't accept your authority. I didn't tell anything bad to my people. To be free is a right of everybody. I told them that it is their right, and I told them the ways through which they can achieve this. So naturally, the judge sentenced him to 1 year rigorous imprisonment with the remark that his defense speech is more seditious than his speeches for which he is being tried. Such person he was. And therefore, he discussed with, he met Gandhiji, he met Tilak, He met Subhash Babu. He had very close contact with Rajguru Bhagat Singh. Everywhere he went, Malviya ji, Savarkar ji, Dr. Ambedkar ji, he felt that everyone feels that the issue for which we are working will be resolved today or tomorrow. That is difficult. But what is the guarantee that the issues will not again creep up? Because the slavery of British is not the first slavery we are facing. If we start before Alexander, Chakahuna, Kushana, then Yavana, then British are the seventh aggressors who rule us. So why repeatedly we are being defeated by the handful of persons in no way better than us, always lesser in their culture, their wealth, even their bravery. We are superior, but we are getting defeated. That means there are some intrinsic or acquired faults in our society. Unless we get rid of them, these issues will never cease to be. Again and again, the same work will have to be done. Therefore, someone should go, organize the society, remove those faults. We cannot do that because we have devoted ourselves for a particular issue. Until its resolution, we are not free. So Dr. Edgewar said, okay, all great personalities are there to work for these. The one thing that can fulfill their work is this. So I will try to organize this society. I will find out what connects all these people, so diverse people, so many languages, so many castes and creeds, so many provinces, so many ways of living, everything different. But still we are living in this country as one society. So what connects us? That I will find out. I will do. So he started experimenting. For about 10 years, he experimented. And then he concluded that first thing, unless the society is organized, nothing good permanently will happen. So society has to be organized. And the basis of organization of our society is that we are a nation from ancient times. It is not the British who have made us into a nation. We are not a collection of many nations. We have always been, are, and shall be one nation, and that is Hindu nation. Now here some clarification is necessary. When in Sangha we say Hindu, we don't mean a way of worship only. There are many ways of worships who come under the banner Hindu. Hindu is our Sanskritic pehchan. For the want of better translation, I have to say civilizational identity. Actually, nation is not Rashtra. Culture is not Sanskriti, but we are using it at all. That is misnomer. Nation means state. Nation state. People, land, and state. State is the chief constituent. If state is destroyed, nation is destroyed. So Hitler called his Reich Third Reich. First Reich was Julius Caesar. Second Reich was something else. This was the third. If nation would have been there continuously, he would have said that Roman Reich continues. But he didn't say that. It is Third Reich. Because state-centric order is there. And they call this state-centric people and land. But in our tradition, when we say Rashtra, it means Janapadavati Bhumi. Janapad is Samaj, not the society. Again, society, community, etc. They are the nearest words in foreign language, but they don't convey full meaning. The Samaj is people who are associated with particular land, and therefore there is a relation in between them. So we are Bharat Putras. We have that relation. We are sons of Bharat Mata. That is not only our words. Everyone feels that. See, whenever something bad about Bharat happens, we forget all our quarrels and we stand as one. That has been happening. That has happened even during Operation Sindoor. All political parties send their representatives.
हेलो फ्रेंड्स, मार्केट ज्ञानी लाइव फ्रॉम द ट्रेडिंग फ्लोर। देखिए नंबर्स का कमाल, क्वांट्स, चार्ट्स, एनालिसिस।
एक्सक्यूज मी, आपके शो में एक छोटी सी एंट्री कर सकता हूँ?
आप है कौन?
बजाज फिनसर्व एएमसी से हूँ। क्विक क्वेश्चन, ये सब नंबर्स के चक्कर में इमोशंस भूल गए क्या?
इमोशन एनालिसिस में।
मार्केट सिर्फ नंबर से नहीं, इमोशन से भी चलता है।
सिर्फ बजाज फिनसर्व म्यूचुअल फंड में है इनक्यूब का फर्क, जहां नंबर्स के साथ जुड़ती है बिहेवियरल साइंस।
बोला था ना,
फर्क है।
म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार के जोखिमों के अधीन है। योजना से जुड़े सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
This life, I have to meet God. If I can do in this life, it will be best. Secondly, I have to lead life so that others also live due to me. In Hindi, Sant Kabir says, "Sai itna dijiye, jahan mein kutumb samaye." God, give me this much. I should be able to run my family. मैं भी भूखा न रहूं, साधु भी भूखा न जाए. Neither should I be hungry, nor a guest or a Mahatma who comes to my house should go hungry. So always we say that we have to realize the eternal truth, one truth of oneness, existence, oneness of existence. That is the truth. That is God. And we have to live with Tyaga, Sanyam, Paropkar, Seva. That is a common feeling. We may do like that or we may just go reverse way. But the Manyata, established norm is that. And everybody will tell me in their own words. That is the sum. So Bharat is not only a geographical thing. Bharat is a nature. Nature of these people from the west of Kabul, Jabul, the east of Chinlin River, and from the slopes towards China of Tibet, towards the southern seas of Lanka. Even today, people live here. They have same ancestors. DNA is the same since 40,000 years. That is what genome studies say. And in their respective religions, if there is no handful of soil of Bharat in their last rites, they don't get to go to heaven. Everybody holds that. And there are common influences. For example, simple thing. You go to market, purchase something. I don't know whether mango season is over here or not. But if you purchase 100 mango, it is a custom, you will get 105. They will say 100 mangoes. They will take money for 100 mangoes, but they will give you 105. If you purchase vegetables, handful of mirchis or coriander, they will put in your bag. This goes true in all these regions. Each language, Bharatiya language, has some word for it. These are the traditions. I will take money, even by error, I should not pay. I should not give less. So I have to give more so that I err on the right side. This nature is our identity. That nature is called Bharat and Hindu. Babar invaded Bharat. He came to one place, Shahpura in Punjab, western Punjab. Guru Nanak Dev Ji was present and he saw all the massacre there. And he has described it. Turkestan khasmana kiya, Hindustan dharaya. He has eroded Turkestan and now he is tightening Bharat. Hindustan. He says Hindustan. And then he describes. And he says that nor Hindu women nor Muslim women were protected. Because there were converted Muslims at that time from Bharat. 11 sultans had happened in Delhi before Babar's coming. Therefore, there were converted Muslims. And both suffered the brunt of Babar's aggression. So, he describes nor Hindu women nor Muslim women. Now, when he sees Muslim women, the meaning is clear. Adherents of Islam who obey only Quran, worship only Allah, and have belief in the words of the Prophet. Nobody else can call him in. These are the uncompromising priests. Okay. But there were also other sects. There were Bauddhas at that time. There were Jains, Shaiva, Shakta, Ganapatya, Saura, all were there. He did not describe them separately. He bundled them together in the word Hindu. So what was the common factor? The common thing is Sanatana Dharma, which teaches us that existence is one. And that oneness is a permanent thing. Everything else changes. We have to go through that. But deal with all the diversities, keeping in mind that diversities are temporary and they are expressions of the underlying unity of existence. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahmam. So you have to accept all the diversities and you have to respect them. You have to say that, okay, always lead to the same place. Ruchinam Vaichitriyat Ruju Kutilanana Patayutam. Runam Eko Gamya Kvam Asi. By different routes, water travels on the earth, but they go to one place. Like that, so many paths, crooked or straightforward. By those, due to their difference in their tastes, etc., different paths human beings take, but their aim is only you, O God. Tvamasi, Payasam Aranamai. All water goes to sea. Similarly, those paths come to you. That is the essence, world view of Sanatana Dharma. The realization. And it is not a theory. It has been experienced. It has been being experienced by the so many generations of our people. And we are conducting ourselves accordingly. So that is the essence, that is the Bharat. We say Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We say Swadesho Bhuvanatrayam. Everything is related to me. It is my own. I belong to that and they belong to me. That type of attitude of Bharat That made our country Bharat. And that, if you talk like this in modern times, they call you Hindu. There are so many words. Bharatiyata. It is the same thing. People from Muslim faith, Christian faith, they meet us sometimes. We tell them you are also Hindus by tradition, by ancestors, and by the cultural influence you carry with you everywhere. So they are offended. No, we are not Hindus. Call us Hindavi. Call us Bharati. Meaning is the same. Hindavi belongs to Hindustan. And Hindustan is this. Bharatiya is a Swabhav. That Swabhav belongs to this planet. So Hindustan is a Hindu nation. And that Hinduness connects us all. Not only that, that Hinduness has the capacity to connect everything in the world. Animate, inanimate. And world needs it. Today the time has come. The thinkers world over are talking. They are expecting Bharat to give the new way. Because old ways have all failed. Not totally. They have some stuff. And the benefits of that we are reaping. But they have not lessened our problems. They have aggravated that. So there was development and there was pollution. Now, if you don't want to pollute the atmosphere, stop the development. If you want to get developed, then don't care about nature. There are only two options. There is no third option. They cannot go together. If individualism takes upper hand, then society will suffer. And if society has to take upper hand, individuals have to suffer. There is either capitalism or communism. There is no third way. Society and an individual cannot go together. They go only together when there is some social contract, that is give and take. So it is sort of commerce. Whenever you feel it, you can purchase. If you don't, you can reject. And that is why, in spite of this scientific progress, technological progress, so many amenities for our comfort, everything is there. In a way, materially, human society has progressed much. But it is slowly bringing that progress, is slowly bringing us on the brink of destruction. That is what they say. I saw a film, The 11th Hour, long back, in 2009. The film consists of statements of so many state leaders, social scientists, etc., regarding the global warming. That is the only film, nothing else. And their conclusion is that we had so much scientific progress, but we did not develop our interior, so we are greedy, the same greedy human being who was at the bottom of the food cycle of nature, but within 3,000 years, he came at the top and destroyed so many biodiversities up till now. And still, he is at it. This human being, he remains the same. He is equally greedy. And now his greed is armed with the scientific technology. So, he stopped using the redeemable energy, flowing energy, sunlight, water streams, etc., etc. And he exhausted the stored energy, coal, oil, etc., etc. That energy cannot be replenished, and by use of those materials, atmosphere gets polluted. Unless we stop this and go back to using flowing energy, there is no way. Maybe they know the way to go back, but they don't know what will make human beings to go back, what will make human beings to control their rate. And that knowledge is with Bharat only. Therefore, Bharat, that expectation is there. So to fulfill that expectation, Bharat has to get prepared. Because the creation of this nation is not by a state. It is by the tapas of Rishi Munis. The people in search of happiness searched outside everything and stopped. Because after the limit, you have to stop. Now, we have reached up to Higgs boson. Further, we cannot go. We can go only by mathematics and logic, but we cannot confirm. That is a limit. We have been searching galaxies, but now we are going such a long distances that our physics doesn't hold true. The ray travels in straight line, but not in those distances. It may come back and tell you that particular thing which is actually in front of you is behind your back. That may happen. So we cannot tell definitely what is there. So scientists say we have to use now a sadhanam, an instrument which can travel beyond the speed of light. Actually, all our material instruments and bodies, if they go beyond the speed of light, they will disintegrate. But there is one, mind. Mind can do that. To study the mind, scientists say we have to go to East, study Indian scriptures. They name also Yoga Vasishtha, Patanjali Yoga Sutra. These studies you have to undertake. Well, they may study and they may be well conversant with the theory. But how to do it, how to get human beings to turn back on the right path, they don't have that practical experience that we have in our tradition. And world requires it. So Bharat has to be prepared. Who will prepare Bharat? The responsible society of Bharat is Hindu society. It is responsible for Bharat. And so to organize the Hindu society, remove faults and qualify it for the task. That is the work that has to be done to fulfill every effort that has been going on for the betterment of our nation. With that conclusion, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh started. He devised a methodology. The adhisthana, the thought behind the movement is Hindutva, which is not a new thought, not devised by anybody. It is our tradition. Supreme Court also says that it is a living tradition of Bharat. It is nothing narrow. But how to prepare an individual to be a good Hindu? We have 4 kinds of Hindus. Hindu who say we are proud to be Hindus. Hindus who say, okay, we are Hindus, but what is there to be particularly proud of? Okay.
पेड़ के नीचे न्यूटन ने डिस्कवर की ग्रेविटी। और न्यूटन ने डिस्कवर किया सॉन्ग रेडियो। मिली सेम वाइब के सॉन्ग्स की प्लेलिस्ट। आप भी करो डिस्कवर स्पॉटिफाई पर।
Going on. The forgetfulness crept in our society long back. And that is why we slowly disintegrated and came to this condition. So powers that be who are afraid of rise of Bharat, rise of Hindustan, rise of Hindu society. They try. They are together now trying to keep that breaking continue. So we have to prepare our society for this, and the methodology is very simple. Just start by giving 1 hour daily. Come together. See how many we are. In our own household we sit and then we worry, oh my God, this demographic imbalance is there. Oh, conversion is going on. Oh, this is happening. Oh, that. Come out. We are crores. See how many we are. Realize our strength. And be intimate friends to each other. Know each other. Help each other. Serve each other. Prepare your body and mind. Simple programs. Physical and intellectual sessions. 1 hour daily exercise to keep us fit for the national work. And then, whatever is needed to be done in the society, according to your taste and time you are giving, apply yourself to that. You should live for yourself, one thing, for your family, second, for the society, third. In order of priority, first for the society, then for your family, then for yourself. That practice has to be done daily 1 hour. Say that we are in our season Hinduism. We will restore our glory. We will be real Hindus, practicing Hindus, not only worship. All these qualities of dharma. What connects everything, what causes everything to progress together. Individual level, Sharir, Man, Buddhi go together and progress together due to Atma. In universal level, individual, society and nature go together and progress together through Paramatma. And the worldly pursuits get the right direction, follow a discipline and achieve moksha due to dharma. This individual, universal and worldly discipline which restores the balance, which give you sanyam, restraint, which inspire you for making tyaga, sacrifice. That is dharma. That is Hindu dharma. All other things, karmakand and worships and eat that and don't eat this, all these are the rules. If they are there, they are for the good of the society. They change according to the times. We have to follow that. But through that, we have to achieve this dharma and we have to give this dharma to everybody. So, practicing that dharma, starting by 1 hour daily exercise. That is RSS. Therefore, it is not opposing anybody. It is not a reaction to particular thing. Muslim Gundaism was there. Riots were happening. Hindus must protect them. You have to be strong. World hears you only when you are strong. If you are true, world will not hear you. If you are strong, nobody will object even you tread the path of falsehood. Even if you go and seize Venezuela, nobody will say anything. Because you are strong. That is how world is. So you have to be strong. Weakness, this being weak is one of the faults or the first fault. It is death. Swami Vivekananda used to think, Durbalta hi mrityu hai. So making Hindu society strong, bringing them together, binding them in this relation of apnapan, belonging. We belong to each other, we belong to this country. This is our motherland. These are my brothers. And ideals of service and renunciation, they have to be practiced. So, that work is going on. Now, long journey of 100 years, there are so many things. Society is requiring so many things to be done. So many reforms, so many sevas, so many lacunas have to be filled. So naturally, Swayamsevaks who were trained like this, they went in each field. They created organizations. They participated in organizations who were doing something. And now there are so many organizations wherein Swayamsevaks are working. 1,30,000 small and large service projects. Swayamsevaks, they are running without any government money on the strength of the society. Sangha itself doesn't take anything from outside. In the methodology, one part is there is perfect self-dependence. Men, money, ammunition. All Sangha creates out of its own Swayamseva. Not a single pie is taken for running the organization. Swayamsevaks run the organization. They finance. They perform Guru Dakshina. They offer Dakshina. On that Sangha is run. But service projects, etc., social work. So society, we go to the society. The society supports us. So all these things are there. But they are all independent, autonomous and separate. Don't judge Sangha from that. For example, Swayamsevaks are in politics. Sangha is not a political organization. We never go to vote politics, election politics, party politics. No. Yes, in elections we work to tell people what election commission is telling. 100% voting and voting on the basis of some thought, some issues. Don't vote for caste or money. Vote for issues. That is what election commission tells. We take this message to every people. Now issues we narrate according to our own thought. So if people do like that, this group which supports those issues is benefited naturally. We don't work for that group, that party, that leader. So we are out of politics. But for nation's good, we are doing everything. That is pakka. Okay. So Ram Janmabhoomi 370, these are not political issues. These are the questions of unity and integrity of a country, tradition of our country, identity. We work for that. And continuously, Swayamsevaks are coming. There were so many hardships in India. We were ignored by the society. Our thought was not accepted. Nothing. We didn't have money. We didn't have any propaganda instrument. No government supported us. British government was stark against us. But still, Swayamsevaks carried on. Their grit helped them. On the same basis, we are carrying today also. Now, largely our thought is accepted. Even in foreign countries we go, people there, some people grudgingly, some willingly accept our thought. This acceptance is there. We are now not well to do, but okay. By economically, lower middle class we say, by that standard we are okay as an organization. And we are working. But whole of the society has to do the work. So we started with the aim, we have to organize the Hindu society. We didn't say that we have to create an organization which will dominate the society and social affairs. No. No leader, no party, no organization single-handedly can do this. Whatever we are seeing as anukulata nowadays is not a product of only work of Sangha. Even this upsurge of Hindutva is, we do not credit it solely to Sangha. There are so many people working, have been working, are working, and will be working. We want to take them all together because we have to organize all of the society. We don't see anyone as our opponent. Those who are opposing us, we see them as our future potential so-and-so. We have to reach them also. We have to bring them also to Sangha, because unless the whole of the society tries, fortune of any nation cannot be altered by a group. It has to be society of that nation. All of this. Everywhere that has happened like that. So that is our next aim. Sajjana Shakti Jagaran. Take them together. To transform the lives of people, we have given the program of Pancha Parivartan. 5 simple initiatives which are accepted everywhere. And if you do that, a slow change comes in your life, in your behavior. That we are going to take to every household in future. And we want to appraise everybody of the challenge that is before us and the task that is before us. Swami Vivekananda said that every nation has a message to deliver. Every nation has a mission to accomplish. Every nation has a destiny to fulfill. What is our message? What is our destiny? What is our mission? We have to give the world this oneness. And this way of leading the life with sanyam, restraint and tyag, giving back. To take this to world, we have to create our own model in Bharat. All our vyavasthas of governance, social as well as political, they have to recreate their apparatuses on the same basis. Our social life should be a living example of this idea. And we should be Vaibhava Sampanna, Bala Sampanna, strong and prosperous, so that people hear us. We don't want to dominate anybody. We will not go and conquer each country one by one and force our way on that. That is not our way. Our way is to befriend and lead from within, lead by example. For that, we have to equip our society, our nation. And this is the goal. Nothing else. We say in our prarthana, Vijetrichana samhata karya shakti vidhayasya dharmasya samrakshanam param vaibhavam netumetat surashtram. Nah, yani ours. Vijetri cha nah. Samhata karya shakti. The organized strength which is victorious. Our organized. Who is we? In the same prarthana, initially, we have given our parichay. Who are we? Vayam Hindu Rashtranga Bhuta. We are Hindus. Hindus are responsible for this Bharat. Hindus have been ordained this task to give dharma from time to time to the faltering world. And that time has arrived. So we have to go beyond all this. With the same samskara, we are going to expand ourselves. We are going to take whole society in. and that society will work for the betterment of our country as well as betterment of the world. That is the goal. Sangha has traveled 100 years and has now come into the position so that we can aspire for this goal. Goal was in mind from the beginning. Before founding of Sangha, Dr. Hedgebar gave a resolution in 1920 Congress. It was presided over by Mahatma Ji, Gandhi Ji. And in the resolution committee, he gave 2 resolutions. Both were rejected, but both were very in tandem with the Congress thought at that time and also Mahatma Ji's thought. First was Sampurna Govamsha Hatya Bandi, ban on cow slaughter. It was agreed personally by Mahatma Gandhi, and even Congress was of that opinion, but it was not accepted. And second was that Congress should declare complete independence of Bharat as their goal, and also state that independent Bharat will strive to liberate the countries of the world by from machinations of the capital, not capitalism, capital. All these unrestrained upabhoga, the egoism, individualism, materialism, all these things have brought the world to the brink of the destruction. This is all machination of that punji, artha and kama. Discipline by them by dharma and right towards moksha. That should be the light. We have to teach this by our own example. We have to give this to the world by being one of the world's nations, so that the future world, for future generations, will be really happy and peaceful. So that is why Sangha is there. But some people fear that if Sangha grows, their business will some way be hampered. And so they try to, by the way of narration, they create so many misgivings, so many misunderstandings about Sangha. And we don't get to see Sangha directly. That is why there are so many questions. Your questions have been invited and I am going to answer it in the next session. But again I tell you, this will go on. This discussion will go on. There will be many programs, more programs. But if you want to really know Sangha, come to Sangha. If you want to come to Sangha, there are 3 ways. Visit our Swayamsevaks. Visit their families. And visit Sangha programs including Shakti. You will find Sangha in these 3 places. Find to experience. So you will get the first-hand feel of Sangha. And many things that cannot be explained in words, you will get to know. By spending mere 2 days in our Sangha Shiksha Varga, you can feel it. It is the best way. Sugar, how it is sweet. You can write books about that. Chemistry of sugar, all these things. But take half a spoon and eat it. You will know how sugar is. Like that, if you want to know Sangha, it is perfectly anaupacharik organized, informal. Coming and going at your will you can do. You can join, you can get separated anytime. There is no formal membership, nothing. You can come inside, see us, talk anything with anybody, get your answers, get your feel, and then decide. Don't go on propaganda. Don't go on narration. Don't go on hearsay. Even don't believe what I say. come and see whether it is so or whether it is not so. You have to see for yourself. Whatever views you create in your mind about Sangha, they should be based on facts, not on perception or propaganda. So therefore, at the conclusion of my speech, I invite you all to either go to our Swayansevaks, see their behavior, see their sanskars and life, go to Sangha families, go to Sangha programs, and get the first-hand knowledge of Sangha. Rest, I will answer your questions, but the question answers, they go on. They permanently go on. There is no real satisfaction unless we satisfy ourselves. We have to go and experience. I invite you for that and stop here so that after half an hour, I can answer your question. Thank you very much.
Thus, we come to the conclusion of session 1.